Bum-butter-dum. Howdy, y'all. Banjo Ben here at banjobenclark.com. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas. We're going to learn a version of I Saw Three Ships. It's an ancient English Christmas carol that's a lot of fun. Check it out. The guitar comes in the second time through. Wasn't that fun? I love that style of music. I've never played a lot of it, but every time I do delve into it, it makes me excited. So maybe that should give me a clue to press more into that kind of music. So let's do it together. Hey, I'm going to teach you how to play all of that in this video. We're also going to cover the rhythm and my approach to that type of rhythm. So stick around for that. Did you enjoy how that guitar sounded? I sure did. This is my new Gallagher Rice-A-Tony. So it's modeled after the antique of Tony Rice. It's got the enlarged sound hole. It is a machine. I've only recorded a couple lessons with it. It maybe has 5 hours of playing on it, and it is a beast. I love it. So thank you guys at Gallagher, and they're making some incredible guitars. If you want to download the tab or practice along with me with Jam Track MP3s, all that's available for Gold Pick members over at banjobenclark.com. So go to joinbanjoben.com. You can learn all the details there. I'd be honored to have you on board. There's tons of lessons over there. But right now, let's jump right into I Saw Three Ships, and I'll teach you how to play it. A couple things to note before we jump into this one is that we're in the key of D, and I'm going to do a drop D tuning. Although, in this arrangement that I played, I don't play the low D when I'm playing the solo. We never get down there. The lowest string that we play is actually just that G string, the third string. Okay? But I have that tuned down to drop D because we're going to also talk about our rhythm that we're going to play for this song. We're going to cover that at the end. So you can go and get in drop D if you want, or you don't have to get there to learn what I'm about to teach you. Finally, it's in 6/8 time. I like to think about 6/8 time like a 2-beat time that we're playing triplets to. So like 1, 2, 1, 2, triplet, 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 triplet. That's the feel that we're going after, right? And then if you'll notice when we pull up the first line tab, I don't have any pick stroke directions beneath the notes because there's not really a rhyme or reason to approaching this. I think you could play it all with downstrokes if you wanted. I just end up grabbing down and up strokes wherever I feel like grabbing them with this particular arrangement because of the timing and just the feel of the song. A couple of different strategy things that we'll talk about as we go, but I think it's important for us to figure out the basic feel of the melody. So there in measure 2, it sounds like this. So dum bum 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 bum. I like to almost think about it like we're playing 2 sets of triplets there, but not playing the middle note in the triplet. So the triplet would be triplet, triplet. I feel like we're playing triplet, 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 triplet. And then, of course, we do have some true triplets, like at the end of measure 4. But most of the song has that weighted triplet sound, feel. Let me just play this first line for you, and you'll see what I'm talking about. One thing that sticks out is that 16th note triplet hammer-on pull-off in measure 4. Okay, just make sure that you give that the proper amount of time, because we do play it fast, but then it hangs there until the third beat of the measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, try playing the whole line with me really slowly. There's only a few frets for us to fret. See if you can get it with me. We'll come in on the 6th beat of that little pickup note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. So I'm fretting that A, partial A chord, with my first 2 fingers there. Okay. Again. And if you can make it through that, you can make it through the whole song, because we have lots of repeating ideas happening. Measure 6, we see some more. We've seen all this before. And then we're at the end of what we call the first variation. And the arrangement of the song would go from measure 9 there back to measure 2 and repeat what we just played. Okay? And then after you repeat it, and you come back through measure 9, then you go on to measure 10 to play the second variation, which is just a different presentation of the melody. Same song, same chord progression, just a different presentation. And as we look at that, well, actually, let's play the whole first variation very slowly together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then into our second variation, which has a lot in common, just a few different things to look at. That measure 10 is the same as measure 2. So as we go into the next line, we see a different little ornament happening in measure 11. Look. That's a quick little pull off. And I'm going to play it once on the 3rd fret, pull off, and then play it again on the open. You can pull off going down or push off. And then we've seen this before, right? But then when we get to measure 13, we have some cross picking. I'm going to again make that partial A chord with my first 2 fingers. And then what I do in measure 14, I did this earlier, but when we go back to this 3rd fret on the 2nd string, I'm going to quickly just throw my middle finger back up to it. If that's a problem, you can go ahead and fret it with your ring finger if you. But I'm just going to go ahead and get back in this position, kind of the default drop D position. So watch 13 into 14. Okay. Now the last line, we've seen all this before. Again, I slid back quick with that middle finger. Now, if you're playing this through, you would play the first ending, that's measure 17. You would repeat back to measure 10. Play the second variation all the way through again, and when you get to the end, you skip measure 17, skip the first ending, and play the second ending to end the song or to end that solo. Okay, let's play the second variation now slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take the second ending. Fine. Okay, let's talk about the chords. There's lots of different ways to play this song. I was listening to recorded versions, and I kind of melded them together. One of the traditional ways is just to play the D and the A chord. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Then it goes to A for a measure. And I'm playing a hybrid or a partial A chord. You don't have to do that, but I'm leaving that B string open and then going back to the D. Then a split measure. Okay. Now, as far as strum pattern goes, I know I'm probably not doing it legit English style, but again, I'm keeping that rhythm of 1, 2, 3 in my mind. Triple. And so I will go back and forth between a very basic pattern. It looks just like this. Then sometimes I'll play the full triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplet. But I like to start the measure on a downstroke. And sometimes that means that I'll need to play 2 downstrokes really quick. And that's something that takes just a little getting used to. Okay, but I'm going to play through the song kind of a little slowly, just one time through the first variation, one time through the second variation, if you care to practice along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go about this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second variation. Whatever notes you decide to hit strum pattern, that's up to you, right? I've heard some people where they play just about every beat. I think that can wear you out a little bit, so I've decided to leave some of them out sometimes. Now, if you'll notice, the last time I went through it, when the banjo comes in, we do a different chord progression. And there I'm going to go D to A to this B minor shape. So 2, 4, 2. It's like a B minor 7, add 4, something like that. And I'm going to try not to play my bottom D string when I'm doing that. And then back to the A, partial A. So it sounds like dun, sometimes I'll do this double strum to really accent it. So don't. If I do it. Okay, and that's really just up to you and your own expression. I know you traditional Irish and Celtic players out there are saying, that's not how you do it. But that's how I did it. And I think it sounds pretty cool. And I would love to learn more about that style of playing. I just never really have. Okay, well, Merry Christmas to y'all. Don't forget you can download the tab to this and the Jam Track MP3s over at banjobenclark.com. As a Gold Pick member, learn more at joinbanjoben.com. And I have dozens more Christmas instrumental and lessons over there, and hundreds more for banjo, guitar, and mandolin, learning all kinds of things. So I'd love to have you on board. Have a Merry Christmas.